Terrifier 2, is it all it's cracked up to be? Is all the hype real? Let's find out. Terrifier 2 picks up exactly where part 1 left off. After being resurrected by a sinister entity, Art the Clown, who is far superior to Pennywise, returns to the timid town of Miles County, where he targets a teenage girl and her younger brother on Halloween night. There's been a lot of hype on this movie. I have been anticipating this since I saw part 1. I'm a huge fan. And all the rumors and all the hype, they're talking about the kills and all that. We'll get to that in a bit. But first and foremost, I just want to talk about so many things. I just got back from the theater right now, and there's so many things I want to touch on. I have a checklist here on my notepad. I want to start with just the atmosphere. I want to applaud Damien Leone and everybody involved in the production, because this film, immediately when it starts, it feels like a grindhouse film. I don't know whether they shot with digital or with film, but there's like a graininess on the film, the atmosphere, everything about this movie. It feels like an 80s horror movie. Now, the technology is current today. There's kids with smartphones, but the vehicles, the homes, everything, even the score is all like an 80s movie. Even the character Jonathan, played by Elliot Fullman, I hear he's got a YouTube channel. I didn't know that. His room is just decorated with 80s death metal bands, Testament, Merciful Fate, King Diamond. Don't think I didn't catch that. I did. Everything about this film is embracing that 80s era of horror. And as an audience member and a fan of those films, it's wonderfully done. I'm not gonna lie to you, or I'm not gonna lie to anybody. This film at moments is brutal. It may be too much for the general movie-going audience, but I just want to applaud the filmmakers with this, because me and my son just came from the screening like 20 minutes ago, and the theater, I kid you not, was 80% female. Most of them were young teenagers with their moms. And to see the casting of this film, I'll get to the casting in a bit, but to see the type of casting they went with in this movie and the audience it's connecting with, these people know what they're doing. I can see Art the Clown in this film being this generation's Nightmare on Elm Street, this generation's Friday the 13th. I saw it right there. I witnessed it in the theater. Now, as far as the cast themselves, everybody brought their A game. There wasn't a weak link in this film, but I want to applaud this newcomer. I'd never seen her before, Lauren Levera, who plays Sienna. She's the female protagonist in this film, and I just want to... You're a badass. You're absolutely badass. She is the best female protagonist since Nightmare on Elm Street 4 with Alice. She is that much of a badass. And I love that the film, it is 2.5 hours long. Do you feel it? No, you don't. But I love that a major portion of the film circles around her mother, and her brother. I love that we care about her family. We care about her brother. We care about what's going to happen to them. Now, as far as the mythology on Art the Clown, they touch on it. It's like a surface level review. We still don't know how he works, what entities bringing him up, how he's resurrected from the dead, all these things. We don't know anything about that, but they touch on it and give us little hints that are tied to this family. But again, Lauren Levera, you're amazing. Can't wait to see you and other things that you do. And of course, David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, I have to applaud him as well, because if you think of all the horror movie icons, there's Freddy, who is, he got funnier as the movies went along, and he's got a great personality, and those one-liners are amazing. You have Jason, who is just stoic with his presence and his brutality. You have Michael Myers, who is just the shape, more or less. You have Chucky, who is funny with the sailor mouth, all that stuff. But Art the Clown, what separates him above all other icons is that he doesn't say a damn word. He doesn't say a damn word, but he comes off hilarious. Here is this psychopathic killer who is doing some of the most brutal things you've ever seen on film, but at the same time, you're laughing. And as an audience member, you don't know whether you're laughing because you've lost your mind, or you're just laughing at just the ridiculousness of this brutality. And when he stands up and just smiles, and he's just like, you just can't help but smile. Like, why am I smiling? So to deliver so much of a character without saying a word and just kind of miming your actions and using so many facial gestures under that makeup, it's an amazing job. So David Howard Thornton, if you're watching this, you're a badass. Now to the kills. I have to be honest with everybody here. 100% honest. This may be too much for some people. This is the first time I can recall, not the first time ever, but the first time I can recall in over a decade, maybe more, that I heard the audience collectively go, ooh, oh my God. People were turning away I've seen some fucked up shit in my life, in real life and in movies. And for me to do this should tell you a lot. I can see people complaining about this movie. I can see people leaving the theater saying it was too much for them to take. And I wouldn't blame them. But for this old bastard who loves horror movies, it delivered everything I wanted. The bloodlust, the acting, the set design, the story. Now, do we get all our questions answered on what Art the Clown is? No, but you know what? I don't need them answered. I'm perfectly fine with that. It delivers just enough and also hints the possibility of a sequel. And I look forward to more of these films. Terrifier 2, to wrap up, is a must-see if you are a horror fan. Go support this film. Let the filmmakers know that you want more movies like this. This movie, somebody asked me one time, I did a live one time, somebody asked me about Terrifier, and they said, what did you think about part 1? I said, it's the first movie I've seen in years that had balls. It reminded me of an 80s movie that didn't give a fuck. Terrifier 2 has gargantuan 2-ton set of balls that doesn't give a fuck. Some of these kills, I shit you not, are going to be tough for some people to sit through. They go on a little longer than they have to, and just when you think their Art the Clown is done, oh no. Oh no. Terrifier 2 delivered on everything I wanted. It's a must-see in my opinion. If you're a fan of horror, you have to go see this. Go support this film. Also, shout out to my good friend Cody Leach for giving me this poster that he got at that Fantastic Fest in Austin last week. This is going to go in my bedroom. I love it. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please leave a comment. I want to hear from you. Please subscribe if you like this review, and also hit the like button. It really would help me out a lot. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please take care. I'll see you next time.